Hello? Hello? Snakes don't really have paws, but I think that's his knee. Do you guys like Adam Sandler movies? I gotta tell you, I don't. But there's a quartet. Sorry, I'm sitting on a wicker basket. There's a quartet of Adam Sandler movies that are just perfection. Number one, obviously, is The Wedding Singer. Love. I mean, it's beautiful. Blake Lively, I think that's her. Is it Blake Lively in that movie? I don't know. Gorgeous. Wonderful. Oh my god, and fucking Drew Barrymore. Love Drew Barrymore. I get it. I know she's like... We're in this era of acting like Drew Barrymore is cringe. And you can... If everyone who thinks that Drew Barrymore is cringe, you can fuck yourself right up the butt. And I will not have any slander for one Miss Barrymore. 2025 prediction. I think Drew Barrymore is going to come out as non-binary. Yeah. Oh, right. We were talking about Adam Sandler movies. Okay. Next up, we have Waterboy. Waterboy is so good. She's the old lady in like everything that matters. Oh, what's her name? I don't remember. Kathy Bates. Love Kathy Bates with all of my heart. She looks just like my grandma, dead. Okay. Not Kathy Bates, my grandma. It's okay. Oh, I love her. Oh, do you guys like American Horror Story? It's so cheesy and it's so rotten. I'm obsessed with it. The last season was a little boo-boo. So was the season. Oh. Guys, it's New Year's Eve, so you're just going to have to give me a little bit of a break. Just all of this nasty. Oh, this is backwards a little bit. It's all getting out of my system. It's screaming, it's crying, it's pooping its pants, it's leaving my body. That's okay. Back to Adam Sandler movies. God, I'm so bored of Adam Sandler movies that topic. It's so tired. Back to Adam Sandler movies. Happy Gilmore. The Happiest. That's the golf one, right? And then Billy Madison is where he goes back to school. That's my favorite Adam Sandler movie. Yeah, I guess that's the pod. It was really awesome. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Just kidding. Anyways, it is, however, New Year's Eve. And I want to talk about it because it is the time for change. Oh, it's time for change. Did you guys see my fingernails? Because that's really embarrassing. I bite the shit out of my fingernails. I do have an anxiety disorder. That's it. That was it. That's all I had to say on the matter. No, I'm like 90% sure that my anxiety disorder also entails just ripping at the skin of my fingernails like it's a turkey din-din. It's so not cool. It's so not okay. I don't even do it when I'm anxious necessarily. I'll just be doing it. Sometimes you just got to rip out your fingers, you know? Do you guys feel me? Maybe not. Maybe it's just the anxiety disorder part and like you guys can't relate to that because like I have an anxiety disorder, which is like so much like, I don't know. I'm just like a little more diverse, a little more like inclusive, you know? I'm fucking weird and you're normal. Do you ever see me without this fucking hat on? I've never watched Riverdale, nor have I ever claimed to be in love with Cole Sprouse. And that's where I'm going to end that. Actually, I'm not going to say anything further about that because I just don't want more rumors being spread about me and like my potential love interests on the internet. Like I like literally can't do it anymore. I like, yeah. Sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, okay. New Year's. It's the time for change. And speaking of change, I have a little special fun little special thing. So, last New Year's Eve, I was with my assistant Kylie, and together we wrote down our predictions for the year. I don't remember if it was all personal. Basically, I have it right here. And I folded this up. Look at her. I folded this up on New Year's Eve, and I have not opened it or peered in it since. I crossed my heart and hope to die. So, I think it would be fun if I opened it up on the potty and see if anything came to fruition. Honestly, because I genuinely don't remember a single thing. I think I remember maybe one thing. I'm not sure if I wrote it down, but it is very personal and about a close personal friend, and it was actually kind of rude, so I'm not going to say it. Okay. Oh my God! Someone I know is going to get pregnant. That literally happened. One of my best friends, Adele, literally got pregnant. Adele, the singer. No, I just have a friend named Adele. She got pregnant. Guys, my friend Adele got pregnant and didn't find out until she was 6 months pregnant. Pound the fucking alarms. That's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, let's get back to this. Okay. Biden falls down. Did that happen? Surely it did. He fell out of office. I don't know. Oh, I said major evidence was going to be released that a dead celebrity is actually still alive. I'm still holding on to the fact that Elvis is still with us and he's going to be revealed in a Masked Singer reveal. I do think that's going to happen. It wasn't 2025, but I think... Wait, it wasn't 2024. We're going into 2025. Sorry, I was so deep into like my psychic mind that I thought it was currently 2025, so I got a little mixed up. So that was a lot. And finally, Rachel Ziegler feuds with someone. That didn't happen either. Boring. That's boring as fuck. I said influencer crazy beef with real celebrity, but that's not that fun. Oh, wait. Hold on. I skipped so much. Actually, I didn't. But I'm going to get a good, weird job. I mean, isn't that kind of what this is? I get paid to do cameos. That's a job, I guess. Hey,
if I get money and then I get taxed on that money from the government, I'd say that's a job.
Cameo taxes the people who make cameos. Fuck off. Fuck you to burnin' fucking hell, fucker. Sorry. Wow, how tantalizing was that? How so much fun was that? I think we need to talk about the elephant in the room, which is manifestation. Do I believe in it? For sure. Because there's some things that are like kind of wackadoodle in my life. And I'm going to right now describe to you one thing that is a little bit crazy. My mom is an English teacher. And like I literally did that. No. My mom's an English teacher, and everyone who's a little fag baby online knows that when you have an English teacher who's like cool, you get like really deep and personal with that English teacher. And so I was going to make a sex joke there, but I just didn't think it was the time. Anyways, and so she had a lot of students that were really cool, and like she'd like have them over to tutor and stuff, like tutor them, and like sometimes there would be, 2 at a time, and while one was being tutored, the other one was babysitting me because I was 16. I needed to be babysat. I'm just kidding. I was probably like 6 or 7. Ugh. Sorry, the wicker basket underneath me is breaking. That's okay. We don't have another option, so it's gonna have to be okay. And so there was this one. Okay, So there was this one student named Leilani, and she was so cool and so nice. And whenever she was my babysitter, I would pretend like, this is like my big sister. This is so cool. This is like my big sister. And I would do that thing that, all kids in an unhappy home environment would do, which is I would cast new people as family members in my mind and pretend they were my family instead. And so I would always cast this girl as my sister. Bitch, you better fucking believe, 8 years later, her parents get a divorce, my parents get a divorce, my mom, her dad link up, and now she is my goddamn sister. That's crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm just going insane. Maybe that's just run of the mill. Maybe you bitches are just like, you manifested your sister? That's just called a Tuesday over here, honey. But fuck off, okay? That's God, baby. That's manifestation. So I think certain things are manifestation for sure. But then some people are like, oh, I manifested my trip to Borneo. And I'm like, did you manifest a trip to Borneo? Or are you just like a rich white girl who like could afford to go to Borneo? Maybe I'm just uneducated and stupid and dumb and should kill myself. But maybe your trip to Borneo wasn't God. Maybe your trip to Borneo was the fact that your dad has like a successful company where he's absolutely laundering money and is absolutely going to go to jail once the revolution starts. Guys, I do think there's going to be a revolution soon. I'm not going to lead it. I am probably not even going to participate because, I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly a fighter. And I'm not exactly a lover either. But I'm not a coward. I'm just selfish. I just only want to do what I want to do and then nothing else. So, if there's ever a revolution in America, you better fucking believe I will not be there. I will be at home. I'll be in my bedroom. I will be, what will I be doing? I'll be eating those honey mustard extra crunch Ruffles. I'm going to be watching RuPaul's Drag Race, and I'm going to be, pulling the badge to whatever comes up on Twitter. Because that's what I was meant to do. And God, I'm that age where people are like, okay, so like, what's your dream job? Okay, like, what are you gonna go to college for and get your degree in? Nothing. I do not care about education. I do not care about having a job. I will, if it's not literally me doing everything I want to do whenever I want to do it, I don't have a dream job. I'll do whatever. I don't care. I'll smoke cigarettes in the back of like a 7-Eleven and I don't know, shoot raccoons with a rifle that I bought at Walmart. I could probably get a good amount of money from that, but I just don't care. I don't care. Put me in a goddamn apartment with some horrible roommates with some whatever job. I just need to tolerate the people there. That's it. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I worked at an accounting firm for 3 years. Almost 3 years. 2.5 years. And then they let me go. And they had every reason to, because I didn't do shit at that job. God, let's see, what did I do? Can I walk you through a day in the life of an intern at an accounting firm? So when I started there, I was a Nepo baby because my dad worked there. He was like, we need interns. Do you want to work here? I said, okay, yeah, I want to make some money on the side. How else am I going to fund this, They soon realized once I started there, this bitch is dumb and doesn't know how anything about accounting works. And we've tried to teach him. Oh, and he's not going to learn. So the way that they were just like, oh, Right, you're this intern here, right? Right? Okay, so actually, because you're so stupid, you're actually a janitor now. So what I did every day is I got to the accounting firm. I loaded up the printers with copy paper. I walked to the kitchen because that was my home. They were like, literally, whenever they just didn't know what to do with me, they go fucking clean the fridge. I said, okay. And I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it with a smile on my face because there were some hot people there. You got to imagine, I'm like a senior in high school and I'm with a bunch of like semi-hot, nerdy, 30-year-old white guys. And it's a blast. And a lot of people are there for like college programs trying to get their money's worth. Baby. If I had anything to do with it, I'd be pregnant by now, But unfortunately, I'm mid and I'm ugly and I'm not worth it. I'm just not cute enough. I'm not pretty enough for the big boss man to put his huge cock in my butt. That was too far. I'm so sorry. Yeah? Okay, so podcast is canceled now because of that stupid fucking comment. I'm not gonna put my hand there. That's stupid. So the kitchen, okay, the kitchen is kind of like this. It's like a kitchen, and there's a little door in the back, and it's like a huge walk-in pantry, but it's very narrow. Like, I couldn't stretch my arms out like this. I couldn't. But, like, if I faced the other way, it was, like, fucking 6 miles long. And I would just, like, find a corner, and I'd just fuck off on my phone. I'm stealing company time. I'm eating all of the free food. I'm washing the fridge like they asked me to with just my spit. Could you imagine? That's crazy. Guys, do you guys understand how much hair is probably in your refrigerator right now? I gagged. I'm still gagged. Like, there is so much hair that accrues at the bottom of a refrigerator. And I don't know how you get there. I don't know how that happens. Are you fucking, I don't know, scratching your head every goddamn time you, like, open the fridge? Every time you want a goddamn pull and peel cheese stick? Are you fucking ripping the tracks out of your head? What the fuck is wrong with you? Guys, it's like, if you actually took the time, just like on a weekend, on a day you're not working, just decide to like clean out your fridge, there will be 18 cc's of hair. You could make a goddamn wig. It's crazy. Long strands of hair, so much hair in your refrigerator. Guys, it's like, oh, I almost like need to take a break thinking about how much hair is in your refrigerator. Your refrigerator has so much hair in it. And there's kind of a lot that goes along in those accounting firms. Something you guys need to know about. Okay, this wicker basket is on its last goddamn leg. Why is there wheels on it? I'm breaking the wheels. It's okay. Accountants love gummy peach rings. They would go through like a pound of it per day. I only worked 3 days a week, but so I don't know what goes on in between, but I had to restock those peach rings. Thursday would be over, and I'd come back on Friday. Like half the bucket was gone. I don't know how. There was probably only like, I don't know, maybe like 30 people working there. And they devoured gummy peach rings almost like, I think the amount of hair that accrued in the refrigerator and the amount of peach rings that were eaten in a day are probably equal. The amount of hair in your fridge is equivalent to the amount of peach rings that are being eaten by accountants. It's wild. It's a whole shebang. It's a whole charade. But also, sometimes, here's the thing. Because we would, mail people their tax stuff. I don't fucking know. I didn't learn a goddamn thing. I don't know how taxes work. My dad just does it for me. I don't fucking know what's going on. I'm just a clown. I'm just sitting here. You do my taxes. That's not my job. It is, though. It literally is my job. But I would have to pre-stuff these envelopes with like information and like fucking whatever. And it was just like, honestly, it was a good gig. It was like I got to go sit alone in a room. I would put my AirPods in. I'd listen to a podcast. And just fuck off. I would literally sit there and go. And just like, it was wonderful. It was beautiful. But, did I have a car while I worked there? Yeah, I did. Oh, how fun. I actually learned how to drive really late. I didn't drive in high school, period. I didn't even get a license until after high school. I was really scared to drive. I don't think I know what it was. Maybe it was the extremely traumatizing car crash that put me in physical therapy for a year when I was 8. No, it can't be that. It must be the fact that I'm just lazy. That's what my dad'll have you believe. No, it was probably the car accident. Y'all, it was crazy. And also, circling back to my mom, like having kids over to be tutored. The school wasn't necessarily cool with like driving students who weren't your kid, but we were driving one of the students because he was also like, he was my brother's friend and he was coming over to like get some tutoring from my mom and then hang out with my brother. And he was in the car. I was in the back seat. My brother wasn't there. So it was just the three of us. My mom driving, this fuckwad who like, I think his parents sent him to like some sort of weird camp in Idaho. And then he met a girl named Coyote and they got engaged and then broke off the engagement. Crazy. Y'all, there's a lot of Christian school shit I can talk to you about later. But anyways, so like we're turning left to get to our house. To get to our neighborhood. So we're turning left to like get into our neighborhood. And this bitch going, I actually think 50 miles an hour. Well, we're practically parked, like we're fully stopped before we're turning left. There was like a car or something coming the other way and just rams the fuck out of our ass. Like rams us harder than I would ever want to be rammed in the ass, which is saying something. So it's like a whole shebang. It's kind of funny in retrospect how like insane it was because dude, they like hit us in the back and I'm in the back seat and I remember like my chest going up because the back of the car caved in. That's why I had to do physical therapy because my back was so fucked up. And my back is still so fucked up right now because I'm sitting on a goddamn wicker basket. Why are there no chairs that are low enough for this table? You guys, this table is like the level of what a normal chair would be. I'm like little right now. I'm like, oh. That's how little people talk. Oh, not little people. I'm talking like that's how small. That's how people who are short talk. That would have been a PR nightmare. Let me tell you. But accounting firms, y'all, it's crazy. It is not accounting firms are not half as fun as you think they are. It's actually quite crazy how boring these motherfuckers are. Like, you think that, it's obvious. Like, in your mind, you're like, yeah, people who do accounting are boring. Baby, it's double that. Baby, it's double that. It's crazy. And they think, like, people who work at accounting firms, y'all, people who have office jobs actually think that they are like, our business is just like the office. Like, we're all so funny. Like, I'm the Michael, and like he's the Jim, and like he's the Dwight, and like she's the Pam. Guys, we're the office. Guys, please. You're not. You are boring. You are worthless. I'm kidding. That's a little too far. But it's just okay, I need to cool down. That was a lot. But people who work at an office actually think like there's cameras here and we're being really silly right now. And it's just like, oh. And this one guy, he was like obsessed with I don't know, the World War II, and he was blonde with blue eyes. Get a different hobby. You need to get a different hobby. But he like collected World War II paraphernalia. And then one day my boss just walked in and was like, "Can you clean out this mug? What's his face just got fired." I was just like, "Oh, okay. I hope those two things aren't related, but like, oh my gosh." The thing is, I liked it. It was stupid and it was boring and it was kind of pointless. But I got to just kind of like fuck off on my phone and like kind of do whatever I wanted. Well, okay, that's not what I was supposed to do, but it surely is what I did. And that's what counts. But yeah, I had a lot of fun, honestly, because I was the funny one there. Obviously, I was a good 10 years younger than the youngest person there. Actually, I kind of fucking hated it. Maybe, hold on, let me think about it. It was mid. Would I do it again? Yeah, probably. Maybe it's just because I hate like the job that I'm doing right now. That isn't this. I love this job. But the other job that I'm doing right now, I don't love it. So if they were to like call me up and go, "Hey, do you just want to like come back?" I'd be like, yeah, I'd love to. Just so that I could like fuck around and, you know, do weird random shit again. Just like make people uncomfortable at their job. Because I mean, think about it. It's probably really uncomfortable for people to be like, let me get a mini bag of Cheetos. And they like walk in to get like a bag of Cheetos, and there's a 300-pound 18-year-old on his goddamn iPhone playing Wordle. And you're just like, I'm 42 and I have 2 kids, and this is like the worst part of my day. You know? I'm sure I didn't make anyone more comfortable at this job. And I think that's important. And I think that's like who I'm meant to be. I do think I'm a little bit of like I think God put me on, I think God, the Christian God, like we've discussed, I think he put me on this earth to make people mildly uncomfortable. And like, I know that's silly and like that's funny to say, but also I like look back on my track record of like talking to people and hanging out with people, and it is kind of the vibe. And I, like, the thing is, the more aware of it I become that I'm like making people uncomfortable, the more I like try to make it like a little game to make people more uncomfortable. Should I change that? Should I change that part of me? Well, it's the new year, so I mean, I guess we can change. I guess if there was ever a time to change, it would be today. Let's talk about it. Let's get into the new year. Let's get into predictions. What do we think is going to happen? I think Will Ferrell, I think he's going to get into a big scandal. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what the tea is, but I do think Will Ferrell is going to I think something's going to happen there. I think that Addison Rae is going to... Does Addison Rae drop her album? I think Addison Rae's album is going to be fucking bomb. I think if Addison Rae drops like more music this year, it's gonna fucking slap. Because look, I get it. I was sleeping on Addison Rae for this whole time. I was like, okay, whatever. And then like chill. And then like her songs would, you know, pop up on TikTok, and I'm like, this is a cute little clip. I like listened to the whole song Diet Pepsi and like the whole song Aquamarine. They're so good. Like, it's so good. It's way too good for this person to just be an industry plant, which I do believe she is. But let's get back into like liking stuff. You know what I mean? Can I just like shit again? I know it's like you're not thinking hard enough because like Addison Rae is an industry plant. Like she's not actually a musician. She's just a TikToker who likes to dance and now she has like a record label. Yeah, sure. Totally. Maybe she was never meant to be a singer. Maybe she didn't care until she got famous. I like the song. And it's good. Let's get back into liking things that we like and not having to fucking explain ourselves to the snot-nosed little fucking nerds of the world who are like, if it's not an A24 film, I'm gonna chop your balls off. Let me like Addison Rae music. Let me do it. I'm a 20-year-old white man. I can like Addison Rae music. I love Addison Rae music. I think Jeffree Star's gonna come back into like the public eye for something for like maybe 2 or 3 days. And then we're never going to hear from him again. Like, not a TikTok thing. Because, like, the thing is, like, he doesn't make YouTube videos anymore, but he does, like, fucking Instagram Reels and stuff.
What kind of fucking loser does Instagram Reels and TikToks?
And I think we're going to be, like, I think there's going to be a whole thing where it's, like, did Jeffree Star die? And I think people are actually going to think that Jeffree Star died. And, honestly, I don't think we're going to find out the truth until 2026. But that's just me. And that's just like the message that God's sending me. So if you like have an issue with this, take it up with the Christian God, remember? Yeah. God, who else is important and matters? Actually, let's get into like a natural disaster. Ooh, I'm gonna say an earthquake is going to happen somewhere in like the southern states. And then I think a big earthquake is going to hit California, and then people are going to start making thirst edits about the earthquake. Be like, oh, you know, like how when girls are sitting on or just anyone with a vagina sits on a washing machine for pleasure. I think it's gonna be like fan cams of the earthquake. Aw, I love that.
I hope that earthquake finds love. And I hope it's with another boy. Because if it's not gay, I'm not showing up.
You know, that's actually kind of true. I don't endorse homophobia. I really don't. I don't think it's good. I think it's bad. But I understand it. Because when I, as a queer person, see straight porn on Twitter, I'm like, get off of her. Get off of her! Don't do that to her! Come on! Get off of her! I take it personal. I'm like, dude, stop. I literally think it's like, get off of her. Don't do that to her. But seriously, no, I empathize. I don't empathize, but I do understand, you know? I think it's bad, but I totally get it. I also get homophobia for the other reasons. And I hate gay people too. I think maybe one of the members of NSYNC is going to have a heart scare, or some sort of really bad injury where everyone's like not worried, but they're like, oh, sending prayers. Like, no one actually thinks he's really going to die, but everyone's like, oh, like, everyone send good vibes to fucking Joey Fatone, you know? You know what? Let's start off the year giving some good vibes to Joey. You know what? Let's start off the year giving some good vibes to Joey Fatone, because just preemptively, because we know he's going to have like a little heart scare. So I think we might as well comment on his Instagram posts. Hey, been thinking about you, praying for you. I think that would be nice. I think that there's going to be a movie about something. And I'm not, oh, no, here's what it's going to be. I think that Stranger Things for, what is it, season 5 coming out? Fuck Stranger Things and fuck Noah Schnapp, by the way. I think Noah Schnapp's going to have a heart scare as well, and no one's going to pray for him. There, I said it. I think that for the Stranger Things season 5 like promotion, I think they're going to like spend money to start like finding famous like pieces of art or like billboards or stuff and like flip them upside down. I just see in my mind's eye them like paying enough money for wherever the fucking Mona Lisa is, like paying that museum and like having the Mona Lisa upside down to promote Stranger Things season 5.
I think the Statue of Liberty's just gonna walk away.
I think that Texas is gonna try to secede from the Union again. And I think we should let them this time. Because if you... Look, let's get all of the queer people who have to be closeted, because it's a very scary environment for sure. Let's get them, and let's get them out of there. And then let's blow up Texas.
This ain't Texas
Anymore. Yeah, Beyonce predicted it the whole time. Yeah, you bitches didn't believe her. Also, I do think the Brat album was the #1 album of the year. So if you're mad at that, you can kill yourself. Have a good night. No, we're not done. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I love you too. Okay, bye. It's time for counseling. As you know, counseling is a segment on this podcast where you can email your questions, comments, and concerns to pudecast@gmail.com, and I will answer them right here, live on air. Let's get right into it, shall we? So, I'm not going to say this person's real name, even though I could. Hey, so I have a crush on my bestie's coworker, but my other friend's friend has a crush on me. Backstory. Coworker, let's call them Kit, and I match on a dating app a year ago. They ghost me, no big deal. Then we end up hanging out in a group setting a couple times, and I'm like, wait a minute, Kit's hot. And there's definitely some flirting happening both ways. Kit wears my cowboy hat on the mechanical bull, giving me compliments about my hair and other stuff. Anyways, I feel insane about the crush, and we're literally about to go out for New Year's Eve in a few hours. My friend's friend, let's call her Gemma, and I have met a few times before, but never really talked much. Well, I was invited by a mutual friend to go see Nosferatu on Christmas. Great movie, by the way. And apparently, before we go see the movie, our friend was like hyping me up and said, you and Amber would be so cute together. And Gemma was like, yeah, I could see it. But I didn't know this was a setup. And I opened my big mouth to our friend about having a crush on Kit. But I don't think it was loud enough that Gemma heard. So then, a few days after the movie, our friend group has a little Christmas party where I was made aware of this, and our friends tell Gemma to text me, so we've been texting for a few days, and I think I could like her, but I don't know if that's just because she's actually showing real interest. So yeah, I'm kind of like stuck, because I know I have a crush on Kit, but I'm 75% sure they're not interested yet. But Gemma definitely is interested, but I don't have a... So yeah, I'm kind of like stuck because I know I have a crush on Kit, but I'm 75% sure they're not interested. Yet Gemma definitely is interested, but I haven't had that rush like I do around Kit. Please advise. Abso-frickin-lutely, I will advise you. You glorious little girl. I don't know your pronouns. You may not be a girl. That's okay. Basically, what I think is, hey, feelings are feelings and actions are actions. If you don't want to pursue anything, I would advise you don't. And when you like someone, that's not like something you can argue in your body. You know what I mean? Because things are like physical. You don't just think like, oh, I wish I had a crush on this person, and then like just kind of hope it happens. It's more than just your brain. It's like the whole body thing. Just because someone's showing interest in you doesn't mean you necessarily have to pursue it. I also think everyone, this is coming from someone who's never been in a relationship in my whole life, but I think like people act like a relationship, like people act like when someone likes them, it's a last stitch effort for love ever again. And they're like, oh my God, I have to pursue this. I have to go for this. And I have to be cool with it, even if I don't like it, because I just have to be in a relationship right now. When it's like, okay, this opportunity came to you rather quickly, and another one can come just as quickly later down the line. So you need to chill out. You need to pause. You need to wait. I think that, look, if your feelings are only telling you that you really only have a rush for Kit and there's nothing for Gemma, I would say if your feelings are telling you that you are interested in Kit and your feelings aren't telling you you're very interested in Gemma, there's no point in fanning a candle flame, you know? Because when you fan a candle flame, it just fucking burns out. But if there's a log, like a campfire with a little flame, if you fan that one, that can get bigger. I would say let's just maybe stay friends with Gemma. Let's maybe not try and go much further with Gemma. Because you can still be cool with Gemma. But if Kit's like that bitch to you, you can't really distract yourself and find a new that bitch. That bitch will always be that bitch until that bitch kind of fizzles out on its own. But you can't have another, you can't replace, you know? There's no one like you. There's no one like you. Guys, should I put out an album? Maybe you're a little nervous that things won't work out with Kit, but I think you just need to relax and apply everything with confidence, but don't necessarily ghost Gemma. Just, you know, let things fizzle on their own time. Baby, the world's your oyster. Come flick this pearl. I don't know what that meant. So that's what I have to say on them. Oh. Yeah, it's Pud, yeah. No. That's... You're lying. With her dad? Sex with her dad? Okay, yeah. Okay, Kylie's telling me it's time to stop. It was so nice seeing you guys again. Happy New Year's Eve. I'm in love with you. I love you so much, and I'm in love with you. Let's kiss on the lips and on the mouth with one another. Bye.